Hi, and welcome to the Yarn Habit Geek podcast. My name is Laura. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as Yarn Habit Geek. There is also a Ravelry group for the podcast where you can find all the show notes. And hopefully I will have some contests this year. And basically, welcome. This is basically my welcome back, since I have been basically on hiatus getting this wall done, and getting the whole setup done as well. So I have been working just a tiny bit on whips. There are no finished objects this week. I'm hoping to have one done for next week. And of course, I am filming and uploading these episodes now on a Monday, because Wednesday is like, I'm half a level now on a Wednesday, so I'm like, bleh. So, let's get started with this week's episode, shall we? Alright, on to whips of the week, but I guess for this episode, it's whips of the past month. I've been gone. So, first up is obviously one of the longest projects I have been showing on the podcast, which is the Ron Weasley Blanket. And the best part is, I finally finished the 5th row of the blanket, and it's already sewn in, and I currently am working on row number 6. So I am now officially halfway through this project. But let's go through the squares from the first square started to get into the last one. So that is it for the Ron Weasley blanket. Honestly, this has been probably an even bigger project than any of my Doctor Who projects, because this has now been almost 2 years in the making. Alright, and next up is something I haven't worked on in a while. Well, but I was able to get probably more done on it during my little hiatus while working on this wall. And that is the red hood sweater, and I've finally finished the 2nd row of targets, and I am currently working on the 3rd row. After that, I got one more row to finish on the targets, and I get to start on the bat. Well, I guess you could say it's more of the red hood symbol, not the bat symbol, although red hood is a part of the bat family. So that is it. Excuse me, sorry for bending down. This kind of dropped, but that is it for the red hood sweater. I'm just going to put it in the bin over here. And next up is something that obviously has been whipped for so long, but I finally got more work done on it, which is the Wonder Woman wrap. And I finally finished this side of the wrap. I am now working on this side, so I'm hoping to get more work done on it later on. Obviously, I don't know when I'm going to finish it, since this is one of my own personal projects. I've been working mainly on my own personal projects just because I don't have the mind energy to work on the commissions I've been doing. But speaking of commissions, we have Pennywise. I finally got more done on him. His suit is done, and I got one sleeve finished. I am currently working on the other sleeve. So I'm hoping, what I want to do is finish this Pennywise before the March Toronto Comic Con. It's always, that con's always going to be untagged to me because it was mainly anime that I went to for my first cons. But hopefully I can have this Pennywise done by then. And next up is another one of my own personal whips that has been basically in whip limbo for so long. It's these are my glass beaded slippers. Now, the slipper parts are already done. I finished the slippers, forget how many years ago. It's just I wasn't working on the little appliques, but I got one of the appliques done. I have a couple more to do, but they're this is actually a pretty neat thing that I was working on, which is beaded appliques. So hopefully these will be done sometime in the near future. Alright. And next up, this is a new whip just because I was bored. And you know, I've been getting a bit into makeup, and so I decided, and there was an actual pattern in my photo taxidermy's knit book for a crocodile makeup bag, so that's what I started on. I still need to get do more work on it, but this is just for me, it's for fun. I'm hoping to do more work on it sometime in the near future. Alright, next up are some socks. And unfortunately, I was not able to finish my January socks for this year. Or in January, so, but I at least finished one. So I have half of a pair of the Dark Dream socks. And actually, this was also my first time doing the, oh god, I cannot remember the name, but it was adding this moon after the sock was done. Duplicate stitch. This was my first time doing duplicate stitch. Now I remember the name. But here's my work on the other half. I am actually on the foot. I'm slowing down because I kind of need to pick up some more of this black fingering weight yarn from Knit Picks. So I'm going to be probably placing an order for Knit Picks actually later this week, so yay for that. But I did get to start on my February socks, and I know I'm not going to finish that in time. But right now I'm kind of working on the body part. Now, the cuff is inside out because it's going to be turned, but I can show. These are the Valentine socks. So these are my February socks I'm working on as well. Unfortunately, I haven't been working on this in a while now, so I'm probably going to get back to work on that on my designated sock knitting day, which is Saturday. And we're nearing the end of all the whips I've been working on for the past month. Next up is another new whip, and I'm probably a little more excited to work on this as it's a sweater for myself. And basically I was planning on doing this sweater. It's based on the Bombshell Killer Frost sweater, and they actually made it for an episode of The Flash that aired recently for the character Caitlin Snow, aka Killer Frost. So I finally got the kicker to start it. Right now I'm just working on the rib section, and I'm going to be picking up the blue yarn because I don't have the appropriate shade of blue in the weight color I need. So I'm actually going to be picking that up probably after I upload this episode. So it's going to be at 10. So there possibly is going to be some oh god, I can't even stash editions. Let's face it, I haven't done my podcast in quite some time. And then I'm forgetting my own words. But we're now on to the last whip, which is actually another new whip I started, but I'm working on these as fast as I can so that way they can actually be used. And this is only a part of it, but it is one of Twinkie Chan's patterns from her book Crocheted Abode a la Mode, and I am making this seat cushion from her cherry pie seat cushion pattern, but this one is obviously going to be blueberry, and I will be making a cherry version. So I got the top portion done, and I am actually working on finishing the bottom crust portion, so hopefully I can have this done for next week's episode. And actually, that is now it for Whips of the Week, or in this episode's case, the past month. And I will see you all next week with hopefully more progress done, probably more on the commission side of my workload instead of my own personal workload. And so, till then, stay crafty, my friends.